we studied how water is transported in plants by a process called as root pressure. But root pressure is adequate to move water only in small plants like herbs and shrubs or small trees. However, it is not enough to move or transport water in tall trees. Then how is water transported in tall trees? Yes, it is done by a process called as transpiration pull. So let us understand what is transpiration pull. Now students, if we see the cross section of a leaf, here we have the epidermal cells of the leaf, that is the cells present on the surface of the leaf, and you can see the xylem vessel in the leaves. Then if you see the cross section of the stem, here also we have the xylem vessel in the stem, and finally in the cross section of the roots also you will be able to see the xylem vessel. So all parts of the plant are interconnected by this xylem tissue. Now let's understand what is transpiration pull. We know that the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plants like leaves is known as transpiration. So when transpiration takes place, obviously water will first evaporate from the epidermal cells of the leaves, that is the cells on the surface of the leaves. So here you can see there is sunlight, because of which transpiration starts, and first water will evaporate from the epidermal cells of the leaves. Now when water evaporates from the epidermal cells become empty, that is devoid of water, right? So this leads to decrease in the water potential of the epidermal cells, and that is why this creates a suction pull which pulls the water from the xylem of the leaves. So when the water from the epidermal cells evaporates, a suction pull is created which pulls water from the xylem of the leaves, as you can see. Now when the water from the xylem of the leaf enters the epidermal cells of the leaves, this again creates a suction pull which pulls water now from the xylem of the stem. So you can see water from the xylem of the stem pulled into the xylem of the leaves. And then again a suction pull is created which pulls water from the xylem of the roots. And because of this, roots keep absorbing more and more water, and thus water is transported upwards. And this pull is called as the transpiration pull, because here transpiration is the driving force which is responsible for transport of water. You can see here a pull is created because of which water is continuously absorbed from the root, and transpiration is the force which is driving this water upwards. So this is how water is transported in taller trees. And it helps in transport of water and minerals in tall plants during daytime when their stomata are open and transpiration can take place. Now students, we know that the food manufactured in the cells of the leaves is transported to each and every cell of the plant. So food is prepared in the leaves, that is the sugar, and it has to be transported to each and every part of the plant. Not only that, besides amino acids, excess food has to be stored in the storage organs like fruits, seeds, stem and roots. So even food has to be transported in plants. Now this transport of food is done by a tissue which is called as phloem, and transport of food occurs in both upward as well as downward direction by phloem, and this process of transport of food in plants is known as translocation. So let us understand translocation in detail, how the process of translocation takes place. How food is transported through the phloem to each and every part of the plant. Now here we have both the conducting tissues, that is a xylem and phloem. Xylem conducts water and phloem conducts food which is prepared by the leaves to other parts of the plant. Let's suppose here from the leaf the food has to be taken to the cells of the roots. Now students, leaves prepare food in the form of glucose, but it is transported in the form of sucrose. So food material like sucrose, which has to be transported from the leaf cell, sucrose is first transferred to phloem. So you can see from the leaf cell, sucrose enters the phloem. Now this requires energy in the form of ATP. The transfer of food from the leaf cell to the phloem tissue requires energy in the form of ATP. Now when sucrose is transported to the phloem tissue, there is increase in concentration of sucrose in phloem. So because of this, it results in the movement of water from the adjacent xylem cells due to osmosis. So water from xylem now enters into the phloem. And this results in increase in pressure in the cells of the phloem. And because of this pressure, food materials are moved to the adjacent cells with low pressure. So now the phloem tissue moves this food material to the adjacent cells, that is the root cell. So because of pressure, now the food enters the root cell. And then again the water moves back to the xylem. So this process allows the phloem to move materials according to the plant's needs. For example, in the flowering season, the sugar which is stored in the roots or stem is translocated to the buds so that they can grow into flowers. You can see sugar translocated to the buds so that they can bloom into flowers.